All right, today we're going to take a little tour and go look at a couple homes that have been flipped. So one's going to be on the east side of town, the other one's going to be in the southwest. So let's take a look at these properties. So when we go look at these flips, we kind of want to see what kind of work that's been done. Were they in a hurry? Did they miss some things? Are there floors in the gaps? Did they change out the AC unit? Is the roof new? Sometimes you walk into some of these flips and they may look great, but sometimes they're in a hurry to get stuff done and they, cut corners. So we just want to walk through this, make sure they did really good work. And even if the home looks amazing when you walk in, you always want to have a home inspection done on these properties. Or even when you go new construction too, I always tell my buyers when they're going new construction that it's always good to have a home inspection, because even new construction, the builders, they get these homes up pretty quick. So always have your home inspection done whenever you buy a property, whether it's new, whether it's a flip and it looks super nice on the inside. You definitely always want to have a home inspection done on your properties. All right, so we just got to our first flip out here in East Bakersfield, and a lot of these East Bakersfield properties are older properties. They have detached garages in the back, and a lot of times you'll actually see a lot of these detached garages get converted into like an ADU or something like that. A lot of alleyways out here on this side of town, but let's go inside. We're gonna take a look at this property that's been flipped. So as you walk into this house, it has the sunken living room right here. So you got to watch your step when you come into this property. So you can see they went with the vinyl flooring in this living room. And the cool thing is they have the old school fireplaces, the old wood burning fireplaces. Now, the only bad thing is there's not really any burn days anymore to be able to utilize this, but it's a cool little feature in this property. So I really like this fireplace. You can use it as maybe a centerpiece for this living room. And as you go around the corner behind this fireplace, you have this kitchen with the quartz countertops, and quartz countertops are kind of in right now. You see it all the time. You see it everywhere, especially new construction, especially this white quartz, and they always match it here with these white cabinets. Now, depending on your taste, you have the electric stove, so not gas, but you're seeing a lot of electric come in, especially new construction too, so some people like electric, some people hate it. Now, this is a 3-bed, 2-bath property, so they've put carpets all in the bedrooms now, in this guest bathroom. A lot of times they'll change it out for new vanities and stuff like that, but this property really didn't get anything like that. They kind of just updated with the paint, didn't really update the bathtub or anything like that. And as I was talking a little bit earlier, we just have carpets in all the bedrooms. So good sized bedrooms. You can definitely fit your queen mattress, even a king mattress in these bedrooms. Now, the cool thing about the master bedroom in this property is you have the big master with its own bathroom, which they did end up changing out the vanity here in this master bathroom, as you can see. Updated the shower a little bit, but the cool feature I want to talk to you about in this master is it has the little sunroom here. So it's a cool little feature, cool little add-on for this property. So you can open up the sliding door, maybe put a couple loungers or something in this area and just kind of relax. Has the ceiling fan in here and these sliding glass doors. I think a cool feature would be if maybe you ended up doing the French doors in this sunroom, but really cool feature about this master bedroom. right, so we just wrapped up the first showing out here in East Bakersfield. This was a 3-bed, 2-bath, 14,002 square feet. Now, the cool thing about this one is it had paid solar, and let's talk about paid solar a little bit, because the good thing about paid solar compared to a PPA or even lease solar is paid solar will actually give you value towards your home. So if you ever go to sell, you actually get, typically out here in Bakersfield, what we see is if you have paid solar is you usually get an extra $10,000 added to the value of your property. Now, if you lease your solar or you have a PPA, you don't get any value if you go to sell, because whoever is purchasing your property, and they have to assume the loan that you have. So if you're leasing solar and you have a loan on that, when the buyer comes in, if it's leased, they have to assume that loan. So since they're assuming the loan, you don't get any value added towards your property if you sell it. So this one does have some paid solar, which, like I said, it's really great, because with the paid solar, you're going to get extra value towards your property. Now, let's head out to Southwest Bakersfield and take a look at this other flip property. All right, we're in Southwest Bakersfield now. We are at our second flip, and it is raining pouring out here today. So let's get inside and take a look at this. So now on this flip, as we're here in Southwest Bakersfield, I want to show you a couple things, because on this property, there's a few things that they missed, or, you know, they got lazy and they didn't fix it, which you see often with flips. Sometimes they're on a time crunch or on a little budget, but it's little items like this that can go a long way when selling a property, can, you know, hurt your sell and get less money just by these few little items. And I want to take a look at this first one here in the living room, and you're going to see that as we have tile flooring, you can see there's cracks here in the tile. And I see this often where when people are doing flooring, there's gaps in the flooring, but you're going to see on this, there is some pretty big, you know, chunks missing in this flooring. Let's take a look. Now, just little things like this, right? This is here in the living room. Now, which I never understand is why people leave it like this and allow it to show and not get this taken care of, because something like this is going to cause your home to sit on the market for a while, because buyers are going to be wondering, you know, if you're okay letting this go, right? You don't fix this. You know, what else could you be hiding in something like this? So if you're flipping, if you're buying to flip, little things like this go a long ways. Buyers will walk in and they'll start complaining about everything and nitpicking everything. So like I said, I don't understand why you even show your property when it's like this. This is something you want to take care of. And this property right here has been on the market, you know, about 35 days. So there's been enough time to get this fixed, or pause your showings for a couple days on the weekend and get it knocked out, or even during the day. So just one thing that you'll see in this property that's, you know, needs some work. All right, so we just finished up with those two showings, and as we kind of talked about, they were both flips. The first one, I felt like they did a really good job on the work. This second one right here, just sight for sore eyes on some of the things. I mean, when you walk in, that door handle's still spray painted white. If you're flipping to, just little things like that can make a difference. So make sure you change out those doorknobs. And then we had the flooring that was kind of cracked and chipped. So while it may not seem like a big deal, and maybe it's a few $100 to fix something like that, um, it can cost you money when you have your home on the market. It can cost you quite a bit of money. This home's been on the market for about 35 days right now, which is, what we're seeing when with homes out here in Bakersfield. They're usually sitting on the market about 35 days, but I anticipate that this home right here will probably sit a little bit longer, or what's going to happen is, because of some of those small repairs, right? Like the flooring and stuff, you can get that taken care of pretty easy. Um, this is going to cause it to sell under asking price, or they're going to do a price cut, and on top of the price cut, they're going to give back money to the buyer to help them with closing costs. So it may cost you, $5,000 to $10,000. If you're dropping the price plus giving closing, well, that could almost cost you another 20K. So just something as simple as flooring or your doorknob being painted white, while it might not seem like a lot, first impressions matter for buyers. So if you're on the sell side, make sure you take care of stuff like that up front. And if you're a buyer, this is opportunities for you. Things like this, especially a home been sitting on the market like that, it's probably something that we can get under asking price. There's going to be some flexibility on the price, or maybe we get you closing costs to use some of that money for a rate buy down. So if you're new to the channel, we're posting twice a week. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can get notified when the new video drops. And if you'd like to sit down for a free consultation, or maybe you're not in Bakersfield and you want to do a phone appointment, or maybe you want to do a Zoom call, feel free to reach out.